Aha! I got you. Did you click on this because it said Breaking Bad? Well, I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to trick you. I do have a point why the title says Breaking Bad. I know that, well, first of all, I know it's a subject that everybody's talking about today since last night was the season finale of this incredible show, Breaking Bad. Now, I know a lot of people have their own personal opinions about it, and I'm not necessarily promoting the bad aspect of the show, but on this vlog, I'm gonna tie the two, the personal development, because that's why you're here, and the the Breaking Bad aspect of the show. Now, why I want to talk about Breaking Bad is because I started thinking last night, as you know, as I was watching the finale, about this story. And if you haven't watched the show, or if you have watched the show, I'm going to give you the small synopsis. This gentleman has pretty much had a shitty life. You know, he missed a lot of opportunities in his life. People have wronged him. He married this woman that kind of held him back a little bit. He had a family, and he has an extreme amount of potential, but he was never realizing his potential because he ended up being a high school teacher, and he's just going along in life. Think about how many people out there are just going along, you know, day by day, week by week, year by year. Suddenly, he gets diagnosed with cancer, lung cancer, and they give him 18 months to live. He realizes that he has left nothing for his family. He's gone nowhere with the skills that he has, and he's just living this mediocre life. He takes the skills that he has and creates this huge empire. Okay, now the fact that he was using meth, okay, and he was selling drugs, that's a whole other issue. But the fact that he used the skills that he was giving in order to create this huge empire and literally create $80 million in less than a year, just shows you, and I know it's a show and it's not real, but I'm telling you, that's how life is. If I ask you a question, and as you're sitting there, as you're sitting down, or you're watching this, or wherever you're watching it, if I ask you to take out a piece of paper and ask yourself, if you were given 18 months to live, what would you do? How would you live those 18 months? What wouldn't you do? What would you let go? And how would you choose to live your life in the next 18 months? Now, a lot of people say, well, if I had 18 months, then I would travel, or I would do that, I would do this, I would follow this, I would pursue this, I would do this. I'm willing to bet that you can achieve more in 18 months, knowing that you will die at the end of it, than you ever have in your whole entire life. And that's what it comes down to. Why aren't we living the life that we want? For me, in my book, and I suggest you get my book, From the Ground Up, you're 3 steps away from living the life of your dreams. And I put everything together into 3 simple steps. My own personal philosophy on success. The step number 1 is figure out what you want, but it has to be in detail. And if you watch the show Breaking Bad, Walt, he literally had details of how much money he wanted to make and how he was going to make it. There was very clear details of what he wanted and why he wanted it. Second thing is, figure out who you need to become in order to achieve your goals. Well, in the show, going back to the show, he became this, and of course, I'm not promoting anybody to go and become a drug dealer. That's not what I'm saying. So don't take this out of context. I'm just saying that he became this person that was able to achieve these things because he figured out who he had to become. Now, who do you have to become in order to be a vibrational match to your goals. And step number 3, which is the most important step, is become that person now. Once you decide to become, that's when you have the power to move mountains. That's when you have the power to achieve anything you want. Whether it be in a year from now, in 18 months from now, in 2 years from now, in 5 years from now. Because once you decide to become now, when you do all the things that you need to do right now, not wait till tomorrow, you will have all the power. You see, if you ask anybody, everybody wants to have it, but they're unwilling to become it. I'm saying that in order for you to have it, you need to be it. You need to be it in order to have it. And once you become it, you start to attract the right people, the right circumstances, and the right ideas to match the person you just become. Just like in Breaking Bad. Now in Breaking Bad, it's a little bit bad, but I feel that life is like that. If you put something in your mind to achieve a certain goal, and you have a reason why, it's clear in your head, and you are willing to become the type of person to achieve that goal, and you're willing to start right now, you will have everything you want. You don't need the 18 months. You will live a full life of happiness and joy. So that's my vlog for today. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course leave some comments down below, and we'll see you next week, next Monday. Bye bye.